Hello, buddy, and welcome back to another Purity Vanilla episode. It has been a while since I've recorded a Purity episode. It's been like a month, and that month has been the dreaded month of December. Holidays, COVID, which I currently have, but don't worry, I'm fine. We've been traveling to my parents' house and Haley's parents' house and all over the place constantly. We've been very busy, so I haven't been able to upload a Purity video. I apologize, but just because I've been busy with real life does not mean that I have been too busy for Purity Vanilla. In fact, I've been very busy on Purity Vanilla. We've been doing a lot of different projects, but first things first. The base that I was at last time, Atlas, where we were building the amethyst tower thing, it was real cool time-lapse, loved that time-lapse. It's gone. Yeah, people got my coordinates from the video because apparently I showed too much natural terrain and they put it in a program and they found the coordinates and they griefed it. Here's a video of it. Yeah, so I need to be more careful about showing natural terrain in video. I don't have to worry about it right now because I'm just at spawn, I'm just hiding from phantoms. But anyways, let's get to the fun stuff. So, there's a group called SIP, and this is what I want to talk about first. SIP did a project quite a while ago called Operation Trees, where they went around and they planted a bunch of different trees at spawn. I think they planted like 2,000 or 3,000 of them, if I'm remembering correctly. They were these nether trees, so they don't burn if people set them on fire, they're harder to grief, but they still provide wood for new players. Me, Thesto, and my wife Haley all went together back to spawn, and we planted like 2,500 of these nether trees in a project that we call Operation Trees Regrowth. And so here's a brief clip of that. And we also helped out some new players, gave them elytras and things. It was a good time. Secondly, we have this thing that Thesto started called Project Massive Farm, and the aim of this project was to build a farm really close to spawn that is bigger than 2B2T's Valley of Wheat. I'll flash up a picture of it here, but the Valley of Wheat is this massive place with a ton of wheat where new players used to go and collect wheat to make bread for their long journeys. I think we managed to go like 4 times bigger than it or something. It's pretty big. I don't actually have video of like the full thing completed, but I do have some videos from earlier on. I wasn't able to help a whole lot because of traveling and various things, but here's just a little peek of what Project Massive Farm used to be before it inevitably got griefed. Oh, if you're wondering why I'm wearing diamond leggings and netherite everything else, while we were doing Operation Trees Regrowth, I put on some just junk diamond armor, so that we wouldn't be, like, immediately killed or punched off a mountain or something like that, and I accidentally put on a Curse of Binding pants, so now I have to wear these pants until I find, like, a cactus or something I can stand next to until they, break, so that's fun. Next one is something I'm really excited about because I was the one who orchestrated it. We were talking about SIP, the group that did the highways and Operation Trees originally. I've joined SIP, and I'm actually a project lead on it now. My first project for SIP was organizing this event called Operation Box Drop, and this was basically a Christmas New Year celebration type thing, where we took a bunch of shulkers, put a bunch of different items in them in this certain layout with a book with some helpful tips that I think I actually have that in my inventory right now. Let's read it. Hello! For the new year, we, SIP, are giving boxes filled with useful items to new players. Since you got this book, I think you could use some helpful tips for playing on the server. Have a nice and safe New Year 2022. With regards, Froshi, the one who wrote this book. And then there are just some tips of how to stay safe on the server. We left diamond enchanted armor. We left food. I'll show you what we had in each of the boxes. They all looked something like this. The diamond armor, the official shield, diamond weapons, food, totems of undying, golden apples. Oh, we left these things all over spawn. I think we left 30 or 40 of these boxes around spawn for various players to discover. Of course, new players weren't the only ones who found these boxes. Old players took several of them, destroyed several of them, whatever. But because we left so many of them, the old players weren't able to get all of them, and there probably are still some at spawn that new players will randomly stumble across. And they'll be pretty set moving on as they escape spawn. So I'm super excited to have done my first SIP event that I led, and I'm excited to lead more in the future. So we have the Operation Box Drop, Project Massive Farm, and we also have done the Operation Trees Regrowth in the month of December, but that's not all. Since Atlas was griefed, Atlas is still active, they're still doing stuff, but a lot less than before, unfortunately, so I have joined another group. I'm now in Atlas, SIP, and Mayors, and I'm at a new base of theirs. I am being extremely careful about how much terrain I show, and unfortunately video clips are going to have to start looking a little bit more like this. I've gotten rid of a lot of things that would help people find the location of my base, so hopefully it'll be a lot harder to find. So for the last clip of today, before I say goodbye, I'm just gonna show you a pretty simple start of a build that I am doing here at this new location. Somebody named Patchy, who is in this faction, dug out a whole chunk and let me use that as a base, because it's easier for me to record underground and not show so much terrain. So I have started building a giant tree, and it's not done by any means, but I wanted to get a start on it, and I thought I'd show the beginning of this time lapse here. So thank you all for watching. I know this video was a little bit different, a kind of a recap of all of December, but hopefully you did enjoy, and I hope I've shown that I've been up to a lot, even while I haven't been recording as much. What is that Iron Golem doing? I've got a lot of cool videos planned, both on Purity and off of Purity. The 5K special's still coming up, and we have an adventure map from Irish Clockwork, who has been a longtime friend and member of Nerd Nation, my previous group that I was in. She's built an adventure map for me, which I'm really excited to play. But again, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time, and goodbye!